Good morning and welcome to Yoga with Shannon. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning. And our music today is brought to you by a local musician named Richard Brookens, who also goes by Yellow Bell. So if you're able to support Richard Brookens, I hope that you will go to his Facebook page, check out his music, buy something if you can afford to. All of us that are out of work need support right now. If possible, we appreciate you. So again, thank you for joining me. You know, we're all home together right now. So we could all use a little bit of breathing, de-stressing, and a break from that 24-hour news cycle and the constant Facebook memes, right? So make yourself comfortable, roll out your mat if you haven't already, close your eyes, let your breath fall out, maybe sigh it out. Just begin to hit the pause button. Slow down and tune into the current state of your body-mind. Breathing in, feel your lungs expand. Breathing out, let everything go. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Feel the gentle ebb and flow of breath wash in and out of your body. That cleansing way. Full. And then empty. A few more deep breaths, just letting yourself settle. Now begin to notice where you feel the breath in your body. Do you feel the breath at the nostrils, the upper lip, your throat, your chest, rib cage, belly, low back? Where do you feel it in your body? Maybe in the shoulders, maybe along the spine. Begin to send breath down into the lower belly, below the belly button if you can. And when you breathe out, belly button softly pulls in towards the spine. Inhale into that space below your belly button. Maybe reach up, hips to head. Exhale, soft. One more deep breath, expanding the lower belly like a big balloon. Letting go. Now begin to breathe in, expand the lower belly, and if you can, expand your rib cage as well. Feeling your ribs lift and separate. Exhale, rib cage gets closer together, space between the ribs closes down, lower belly pulls in towards the spine. Take a few more gentle breaths at your own rhythm, pace, and timing into your belly and rib cage. Feeling expansion, and then softening. One more deep breath into your belly and rib cage, exploring where it's possible to direct your breath, to consciously send it into certain places. And exhaling, feel the space between your ribs get closer together, space below the belly button, pull in towards the lower. We're going to add the chest. Breathe into the space below the belly button, expand your rib cage, feel the chest rise. And as you breathe out, chest falls. Space between the ribs gets closer together. Space below the belly button pulls into your spine. Feel your belly, rib cage, and chest. Soften your chest, rib cage, and belly. One more deep breath in. And out. Bring your hands to the mat. Take a deep breath in as you lengthen up hips to head. And then walk yourself forward and down. Just where it's safe to go. Heavy head, chin towards your chest. Don't feel like your head needs to come all the way down to the floor. It took a long time for my body to open up and my head to get that low. So just go until you feel a gentle pull and then breathe into where you feel the pull. So like we just practiced directing our breath into the space below the belly button, the space in between the ribs and the chest. Now practice directing your breath to where you feel the pull. So if you feel tension and pull in your neck, direct your breath there. If you feel it in the shoulders and upper back, go there. If you feel it all along the spine, the rib cage, or in the low back, focus your attention where you feel the pull and imagine you could breathe into that place. Feel it expand and grow larger as you breathe in. Exhale, surrender and let go. One more slow, deep breath. Gently find your way back up. And this is Kripalu yoga, so we're going to start with the 6 basic movements of the spine. Forward bending, backward bending, so hands behind your back, elbows and shoulders in and down, chest up, maybe chin up. If the chin is too much, keep your chin down. Breathe. If you like to lift the hips, you can lift the hips. If that feels like too much today, don't do that. One more deep breath wherever you feel safest. When you want to come out, chin down first, hips down second. So I mentioned forward bending and back bending. We're also going to bend to the right and the left and twist in each direction. Those are the 6 basic movements of the spine. Deep breath in, lengthen up through your head, out through your fingers. Exhale, twist to your right, right hand behind the back, left hand over to the right leg. 3 deep breaths. Fill your belly, rib cage, and chest with oxygen. Let go of the carbon dioxide as your chest falls, ribs get closer together, belly button pulls in, knees are sinking. One more deep breath here, in and out. And then without changing anything else, we're just going to bring the chin to the front and look over your left shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale through center, reach up through your head, out through your fingers. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, reach up, hips to head. Exhale, find that rotation from the tailbone, through your low back and belly, through your rib cage, all the way up the spine, through the shoulders, through your neck. Chin is the very last thing to turn. Knees are dropping. Breaths are full and deep and expansive. And let it all go. Unwind to the front. Refold your legs so the other leg is in front or on top. If you feel better with your legs straight or one leg straight, feel free to adjust any way that's needed. Also, feel free to sit on a block. If your knees and hips aren't happy, you might feel better sitting up on a block or maybe one of the cushions from your couch. Bring your left hand out to the side. Inhale your right arm out and up, and exhale over to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe inhale and look up. And if it's nice, exhale and slowly look down. So we're feeling all the way down the right side, the right arm, the right shoulder, the right rib cage and waist, into that right hip. Inhale and look up. And exhale and look down. One more deep breath in. And out. Come all the way up, push through your left hand, pull through your right, deep breath in, just go where you can. Don't feel pressured to go too far. And maybe inhale and look up. And exhale and look down. Keep breathing into that left lung, opening up the left side of your body, being mindful of that right shoulder and wrist, supporting yourself, not locking out the wrist or putting too much pressure into your elbow. One more breath. In and out. Come all the way up, deep breath in. Lengthen out your legs. Gently bounce your knees. Rock your feet right and left. Then take them wider and go in and out. Awesome. Flex both feet, push out through your heels. Hands by your hips, come into Dandasana, staff pose. Shoulders down your back, chest lifted, head lifted. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more deep breath. If it's nice to inhale out and up, pull that space below your belly button in and up and reach fingertips away from hips the whole way down. You can. If that's not working for you, that's too much pressure for your hips, your knees, something else, you can still be up on the block and or you can have your knees bent as you walk out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Perhaps even slide your arms or hands under your knees if that's better. Or you can roll up a towel and put that under, or a spare yoga mat, whatever you have that's handy. If it's comfortable to reach and surrender, those are other options. But if you're feeling that and it's too much pressure, don't. One more deep breath in that Goldilocks spot, that perfect spot for your body in this moment. Let everything go. Start to walk yourself back up. Hands behind your hips. If reverse plank is in your practice and you want to go for that, feel free to take a deep breath in, and on your out breath, hips up, toes down, chest up, maybe chin up. If you find that's way too much for this morning, then bend your knees. Deep breath in, keep the knees right over your ankles as you lift your hips. Chin down to the chest if it doesn't feel good to lift it up and open your throat. Check in with your shoulders. Check in with your wrists. Fists are another option here with thumbs out if your wrists aren't happy. One more deep breath into the front side of your body. Chin down first, hips down second. Bring your hands or fists behind the hips. If you need to move them in closer, do. They can face whichever direction your shoulders are happy. There's not a right and a wrong. Heels in, chest up, head up. Deep breath in, knees to your right, head to your left. And then inhale up, exhale, twist the other way. One more deep breath in and out, in and out. And then lengthen out your legs, bounce your knees, rock your feet again, flex, and bring the right leg in, sole of the foot in towards the left inner thigh. If it's nice to inhale up and exhale down, you can. If you feel better walking yourself out, do that. Jana Shirshasana. Jana is knee, Shirsha is head, so head towards the knees posture is what we're going for. Do what you can, don't stress yourself out. If your Jana Shirshasana is this today, that's beautiful. Breathe. Feel the length from hip to heel, feel the length from hip to head. Maybe soften your chin and forehead down. One more breath if it's safe. Let it go. Find your way back up, and we're going to switch sides. Right leg out, left leg in. And you can choose. Inhale up, exhale all the way down. Fingertips away from hips, or walk yourself out. When it's good, maybe just kind of fold the chin. See where you feel that pull from the back of your head all the way down your spine to your tailbone. Feel your body breathing in and out. And as you breathe, see where you can soften a little bit more with each out breath. Shedding each layer of stress like a too tight jacket or a pair of shoes, to quote Dana Falls. Push the ground away, walk yourself up, and come on to all fours, hands and knees. We're going to wag our tails if it's nice. Deep breath in, hips to the right, head to the left. And then inhale through center, exhale other side. Just waking up the hips. We've probably been doing a lot of sitting, a lot of trying to sleep. Moving shoulders. We tend to store a lot of stress and anxiety in our shoulders. They bear the weight of the world often, and hips can too. So we're going to come into center and cat and cow. Inhale, head and hips up, and exhale, round into cat stretch. Feel all along your spine as you breathe deeply. Belly down, head and tail up. And then exhale from that place below your belly button, pushing softly through your hands and knees, hips to the front, chin towards the chest. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more slow, deep breath in and out. If you want to come into child's pose for a few breaths and rest, do so. If you're comfortable in plank, come into plank and hold. Lengthen forward through your head, back through your heels. Pull the space below your navel in and up and breathe. So option A, child's pose. Option B, plank. Option C, right leg floating. Breathe. If the right leg's hovering, we're going to switch. Another alternative would be on all fours, right leg out for a breath or two, and then left leg out for a breath or two. Inhale first, if you can, we're all going to meet in down dog. Chest back, hips up, head down. Breathe out. If it's safe, we're pushing the ground away from hands to shoulders, finding some length from shoulders to tailbone, gently sinking from the hips all the way down the backs of your legs and through your heels. 2 more deep breaths. Start to bend one knee and straighten the other. Let the carbon dioxide fall out. We're going to begin to find forward fold. So some of us are comfortable walking the feet up to the hands. I know that seemed crazy when I first started doing yoga, so if that's not happening for you, walk your hands back to your feet. Or meet in the middle. Anything's good. Heavy head. Sigh it out. Chin down. 1 more breath. Begin to bend your knees, sink your hips, lift your head, find your way up. You can keep a little step stool or block in front of you if you need support getting up, or a chair, maybe a dining room table chair. You can also use shins and thighs. Just try not to use your knees. If you need support, walk up your thighs and push through your feet. When you get all the way up to standing, take a deep breath out and up. Exhale home to your heart. 1 more slow, deep breath. Come into temple position. Everything interlaced except your index fingers. Just the indexes are pointed. Take your arms up overhead and back by your ears. Deep breath in. Pull the space below your belly in and up below the belly button. And rock to your left. Roll the top right shoulder back. Lift your chin up an inch if you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale up, arms by the ears, lower belly in, hips to the front. Exhale over to your right. Pull the left shoulder and elbow back. Lift your chin an inch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe 1 more deep breath, and then push through your right foot as you inhale up. Exhale all the way down. If yoga mudra is in your practice, feel free to go right into yoga mudra. If that's way too much, then we're just coming down like a rag doll, maybe walking down your thighs and shins, but not your knees. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more, maybe turning your head right and left, whether you're in rag doll with your arms dangling or in your yoga mudra. When you get back into center, we're going to meet with hands to the mat and right leg back into lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you're comfortable here pushing through your right heel, that's fine. If it's a bit much, release your knee and untuck your toes. 2 more deep breaths. If you're not comfortable, you can put blocks under your hands or maybe 2 large books. 1 more deep breath. Inhale, step back and find plank or all fours. Exhale, lower through sun salutation A, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale into cobra or up dog, shoulders down. Exhale, lower belly in as you push back into child's pose or down dog. Just breathe. Out especially. 1 more slow, deep breath here. Letting everything go. As you're ready, start to bring your right leg forward in between your hands into lunge. If it doesn't go all the way, grab your calf or heel and scoot it up. Just give it a little help. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift from that back left knee through your chest, through your head, up the top, through your chest, through the top of your head. If your back knee's down, lift it up. Deep breath in. Exhale, step up to forward fold. Hips up, head down. Begin to sink your hips, lift your head. Inhale all the way up to the top. And exhale home to your heart. Inhale out and up. Exhale all the way down, forward fold. Deep breath in, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, chin to chest. Left leg back into lunge. Breathe in. As you breathe out, find your way through. Knees up or knees down. Heart between the thumbs. Exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, pull the space below your belly button in to support your low back as we transition back into child's pose or down dog. Just breathe in and out, out and in. One more slow, deep breath. Surrender. Let everything go if you can. As you're ready, left leg through into lunge on your in-breath. Help it out if it gets stuck. And then on your out-breath, step up to forward fold. Hips up, head down. Lower your hips, lift your head. Inhale all the way to the top. And exhale home to your heart. We're going to try another round. Take a deep breath out and up. Pull the space below the belly button in as you fold to support your low back. Shins and thighs and chairs and blocks can all support you. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold. Right leg back into lunge. Breathe in. As you breathe out, hamstring stretch. Front knee gets straighter. Inhale, lunge. We're going back to hamstring stretch again. You can keep the back knee up if you like. You can put it down if you feel safer. One more time. Inhale, lunge. Back knee up or down. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Back knee up or down. Find your way through. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, step back to plank or all fours and lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lower belly in, back to child's pose or down dog. Rest and recover. Breathe out. One more slow, deep breath. As you're ready, right leg through into lunge. Breathe in. On your out breath, lift the back knee if it's down. Step up to forward fold. Hips down, head up. Inhale all the way up to the top. And exhale home to your heart. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Left leg back. Breathe in. Breathe out, hamstring stretch. Remember that back knee can be down. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Breathe in, lunge. Breathe out, hamstring stretch. Remembering your back knee can be down the whole way. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, plank or all fours and lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, child's pose or down dog. Somewhere you can recover and catch your breath. So if down dog is not that place, go into child's pose. One more deep breath. Let it all go. Left leg into lunge. Breathe in. Step up to forward fold. Breathe out. Begin to sink your hips, lift your head. Inhale all the way up to the top. And exhale home to your heart. Just breathe. Feel your heartbeat. One more slow, deep breath. Find center on your feet, front to back, left to right. Spread your toes. And shift over to the right foot. Find tree with your left. So maybe your tree is ball of the foot and all 5 toes down. Maybe you feel better with just the tip of your big toe down. Maybe you're comfortable on the calf, or even your inner thigh or half lotus. So anywhere you feel safe, go there, and then open up your branches. Don't feel like you have to go to the inner thigh or the half lotus today. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more deep breath if you can. Home to your heart. Without changing anything else, without moving your eyes off your still point, your drishti point, begin to shift over to your left foot. Spread your toes, plant your roots, breathe in, lengthen all the way up as you breathe out, and find your tree. So calf feels a little tippy, Go down and use your big toe or even all 5 toes. Wherever you feel safest, go there. If you can, open up your branches. Keep breathing in, breathing out. Shoulders relax down away from your ears. One more slow, deep breath. And release. Release your gaze, release your hands, your feet. Circle the left ankle, knee, and hip. Breathe out. Circle the right ankle, knee, and hip. And give your hips a little wiggle just to keep the hips loose. We do tend to store tension and stress in the hips and shoulders. When we're under stress, we grit our teeth, we tighten up our shoulders, and we also tend to clench our hips. They just like, it's like a, that happens. So this is where our stress tends to go. So just moving those areas to kind of loosen them up, wake them up, and remind the body to let go of the stress instead of holding on to it and keeping it inside. So we're going to try something now called swinging twist with heart breath. So if you've never done this in a yoga class before, I'm going to warn you that it seems a little weird. And normally I tell my students that we're going to keep doing it until they make noise, but I'm not with you right now. So I'm just going to trust you that you're going to make noise, okay? Take your feet wide. And as we twist, we want to lift the back heel the direction we're facing away from. So inhale through center, exhale, twist, and from below your belly button, yell ha. It's a ha, like you're pushing out all the carbon dioxide. Inhale, exhale, ha, 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 ha. And then come back into center, slow it down. And if you did the breathing, notice how you feel. Notice how your arms feel, how your legs feel, how that space behind your forehead feels, how the chest and jaw and throat feel. One more breath. Come home to your heart. Take a deep breath in, and if you can, we're going to sit into yogi squat. So maybe you can just turn your heels in, toes out, and squat all the way down, and that's a yes for you. Maybe that's a bit much and you feel better on a dining room table chair. Just putting the chair under your bottom, maybe feet are a little bit wider and you're sitting on a chair. That's another good alternative. Another choice would be to come down into our squat, and then once you're down, you might be able to turn your knees out, your heels in and your toes out, and then see where the body will let you go. Your block or your couch cushion might come into play here too. You might want to tuck that under your bottom so you feel more supported and there's not so much pressure in your hips and inner thighs and knees. Feel your body breathing in and out. One or two more slow, deep breaths. And if you can, we're going to bring hands to the mat. Take a deep breath in, and on your out breath, lift your hips, spin your heels out and your toes in. So maybe a step stool or a chair or a block would be better than the ground. So if this is too low, use something higher and or bring your feet wider apart, which will bring the ground closer to you. In my case, I'm so low down my head would touch so I can heel toe my feet in, and that'll give me more space to hang down. So adjust the width of your feet as you feel best. We're going to pause here for 5 deep breaths. Maybe your hands are hanging out like a rag doll. Maybe you feel comfortable holding on to your heels and pulling your chest in towards your thighs. Maybe you feel comfortable walking your hands through the window and bending your elbows a little bit so your chest and thighs come towards each other. Whatever you choose, one more deep breath, just remembering that you could be on a chair, a table, a step stool, a couch, something up way higher if all the way down is just too much. So when you're ready to come up, we're going to start to spin. Your heels in and toes out. Come onto your thighs and start to tuck your bottom under as you lift the chest and head up, and then push the ground away with your feet. Heel, toe, or step, or even hop into center, whatever's working for your body in this moment. We're all different. One more deep breath. Let it all go. Excellent. We're going to try a little more balance. So find center, front to back, left to right, spread your toes. Take a deep breath. Let it all go. Shift over to your left foot, bend your right knee, and see if you can float the right knee up into crane. So for some of us, the knee might be parallel to the floor. For others of us, the knee will be lower, or maybe even big toes touching or just hovering an inch above the floor. Do what you can. If you get foot cramps, go flexed instead of pointed and float your arms up, shoulder high. Breathe in, breathe out. One more deep breath. If it's nice, maybe fly. If that's too much, don't. Keep breathing whatever you choose. Come back to your heart without moving your eyes off their still point, or find one if you don't have one. Shift into your right foot, spread. Stack all the joints, ankle, knee, hips, shoulders. Float the left leg up, float the wrists up. Breathe in, breathe out. One more deep breath if you can. And then stay or play. And when you're ready, release. Very nice. Inhale out and up. Exhale all the way down into forward fold. Chin towards your chest. Heavy head. Remember that you can use a step stool, a block, a chair, a table, the couch, anything that you need to keep you up higher if it's just too much pull this low to the ground. One more deep breath. Let go. Maybe wiggle your head right and left a little bit. And then we're going to slowly, gently, carefully find our way down onto our knees. So some of us have knee pads or we're on carpet. Some of us have those little things we use to garden with, and you can grab those to cushion your knees. Some of us will prefer to pull the mat towards us, and when you do this, it actually makes it triple thick because we're grabbing it in the middle. So instead of double, it's triple. So if that helps, you can try that too. And we're going to come to standing on your knees. Again, if anything doesn't work for your body, don't feel like you should do it or you have to do it. Please don't. Your body knows best. You have to live in this body tomorrow. I'll be gone, and you'll be wondering why you listen to me when your something hurts. So we're going to try going into camel, hugging your elbows in towards the midline and gently pushing the hips forward. But what we want to be is on the pelvis. So we're not on the bottom. We're not in the low back. We're in this hip and pelvis area, just right at the top where the bony parts of the pelvis start. A little bit lower than right at the top. Elbows in and down, hips and chest forward, chin down, or if it's nice, chin lifted. Breathe. One more deep breath. Chin down if it was up. Begin to push your hips gently back. We're going to see if we can sit back on your feet. Now again, if this is too much to just sit all the way back, you're welcome to tuck your toes under, put a block in between your feet, or put two blocks or a little step stool in between your feet, or just kind of lean forward. You can kind of inhale and come up, and exhale and come back. So just do what you can. Breathe in and out. One more deep breath, rocking in and out, or just staying seated, toes tucked or untucked, whatever you can do. And when you're ready, release the mat if it's all folded up. Release your legs out. Breathe out. Gently bounce and rock. And we're going to do the Mercedes again, in and out. Awesome. So we're going to try a twist. Right leg extended, left knee up, and then bring your left foot over so it's outside of the right hip. Hold on to your left shin below the knee, and on your inhale, gently reach out through your right heel and up through your head. On your out breath, begin to twist. Right arm across the body to the left, left hand behind the back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remember to find that rotation from the base of your spine up. One more slow, deep breath. And when you're ready, unwind to the front. Inhale. Exhale, counter twist the other way. Now we're looking back over the right shoulder. Left hand is over by the left foot. Maybe we're using the left fingertips to give ourselves a little arch massage. Keep your left hip down. Try not to let it pop up. We want to keep it down on the ground if we can. One more breath. Now as you unwind, we're going to keep the left leg. Start to bring the left hand into the left elbow and rock your baby. Breathe out. That left foot can be in the right hand, the right forearm, or the right elbow. Just wherever you feel safe going. Don't force it. Check in with your hip and knee and ankle. Breathe out. If it's a yes, we're going to take left hand underneath the left calf. Keep breathing as we gently rock and start to see if maybe we can stir the pot and or lift and lower. So again, we're just checking movement in the hip, knee, and ankle. We're not forcing the body to do anything it doesn't want to do. One more breath. Make sure you're breathing out. We're going to pause near the top of your range of motion. So this might be top for a lot of us. Some of us it's up near the shoulder. Some of us were up near the ear. Maybe you're getting up near the head, or you could even go behind the head. Just see where your body says yes to today without force, pain, or strain. Just keep breathing. And when you're ready, release your left leg down and out, and then pause and check in. Gently flex hip to heel, and then feel your left ankle, your left knee, your left hip, calf, and thigh. Make sure we didn't overdo on your left side. One more breath. Soften. Surrender. Bring your right leg up if you can. Right heel outside the left hip. Left foot flexed. Reach down near the bottom of the right shin. And inhale. Hips to head. Also reach hips to left heel. And then exhale, twist across your body. Left hand to the right leg. Right hand behind your back. Feel your body breathing in and out. One more slow, deep breath. We're going to inhale through center, exhale, counter twist the other way. Maybe use the right hand on the right arch for a little mini foot massage. Thanking our feet for everything they do for us, all the places they take us. One more breath. When you're ready, begin to unwind and bring that right leg with you, knee into the elbow, gently rock your baby. Breathe in, breathe out. Take another breath or two, just kind of seeing if it's better to go low or high, if you like the foot in the hand, or the forearm, or the elbow. Then maybe stir the pot. Maybe you went 4 minutes too much, go back to the hand. You don't have to do it all today. Breathe, maybe stir the other way. We're just getting motion, movement, seeing where the restrictions are. Where does the body go? Don't want to go there. See if we can lift and lower. Breathe out. Be mindful of your joints. Try not to put direct pressure on ankles, knees, or hips. Then we're just going to see where this side wants to go. Maybe it's down near the thigh. Maybe it's up near the chest or shoulders. Maybe higher. Maybe not this morning. Take another breath or two. And when you feel ready, release down, out, lengthen, and then just check in. Bounce, rock. And we're going to do a little hip stretch. We're going to go for Mandukasana, frog. So a lot of us like to be long ways on our mat for this. We're going to be on the knees. So if your mat isn't very thick and you don't have carpet, you might want to fold your mat in half. So it's twice as thick at least. But we're going to start taking the knees, just inchworming them apart wherever the knees will let you go. So I know my knees go pretty far apart, but maybe yours are more like this. That's fine. Wherever you start to feel the pull in your inner thighs and your knees go, that's enough, please stop. Listen to your knees and stop. So we're just going to slide apart to where it's safe. And once we find that spot in the knees, then we're going to decide what to do with the feet. So some of us like the big toes together. Some of us like the feet open. So there's more of a 90-degree angle at the knee joint with the toes out and the heels in instead of big toes together. So choose what's better for you, and then we're going to start to gently push your hips back towards your heels. I know, this is a deep hip stretch, so if this is way too much, don't go so far. Come up, inchworm your knees in a little bit. Keep your big toes together if it's intense. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, just start to push back towards your heels. And then when your body tells you, like, that's too much, come forward, breathe in. As you breathe out, start to push back towards the heels. So we're just opening the body gently and slowly without force, pain, or strain. Once we're back towards the heels and that's comfortable, then you can start to bring the upper body down. So do what you can, but do keep pushing your hips back towards your heels. Breathe out. One more slow, deep breath if it's safe. Of course, if it's not safe, you're not staying or you're coming out and in. When you want to come out, bring your hands by your shoulders and ears. Push down to rise up. Bring your hips forward. Bring your big toes in if your feet were wide, and then start to inchworm the knees back in. Just a little bit at a time. Right and left and right and left and right and left. And eventually, when they come together, we're going to roll hips off to the left. Breathe out and check in after that stretch. I know, that's a deep hip stretch, so do what you can. Don't force your body to do it all in one day. We're going to see if it will be safe to bring the right leg around so that the right heel comes over by your left hip. We're going to keep that right bottom on the ground, so sit it down. And then if you're comfortable with both knees bent, this is fine. If you feel better with the bottom leg extended, extend it. Whatever you choose, we're going to take the top leg and see if we can lay it down some more. So we're going more for knee on top of knee. So less of this and more of this if you can. That's accomplished by putting the foot out behind you. So we're on that outside edge of the foot, not the sole, the outside edge. Okay? So for those of you that have full cow face pose, feel free to stack your knees. The left knee is on top, so right elbow would be up. Maybe even go for your bind and fold forward. Maybe you like hands on the soles of your feet. Maybe you've got that bottom leg straight and you're just supporting yourself, getting a little bit of a stretch, breathing. So just wherever you can go there and breathe. One more slow, deep breath in and out. When you're ready to come up, gently push down through your hands to help you rise up. We have right knee on top. We're going to see if we can go into boat pose. So gently see if you can unwrap your legs, knees bent or knees straight. You choose your boat pose. You can support yourself on the mat, on your thighs, or with your arms hovering. So wherever you feel best, go there, breathe in, breathe out. Maybe one more deep breath, reach, reach, reach. And we're going to take left leg on top. So if you have full cow face, feel free to go there. Right elbow up this time if you're going for the bind. If not, hands on the feet, on the mat, on your blocks. Or remember, bottom leg straight. Do what you can do. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, fold. Maybe just an inch or two. Maybe it's just your chin to your chest. I think this is where I started. Feel your body breathing. Let go of what you've been holding on to that is no longer serving you. One more if it's nice. And start to find your way up and out. And if you like to move the knees and ankles and feet and toes, do so. And when you're ready, we're going to find our way onto the back. So come towards the front of your mat. If it's nice for you to reach up, breathe in, and on your out breath, control down, you can. If you prefer to hold onto your thighs and control down that way, that's fine too. Just whatever feels best, do that. And once you're flat on your back, knees up, turn your palms up, heel toe your feet wide so your knees and inner thighs come together, and just rest. Check in. Feel your forehead. Feel your chest. Feel your belly. If your knees aren't happy, switch your feet. Heel toe them, inchworm them, forward, back, left, right. Find another position where your knees and hips and ankles feel better. One more deep breath, just pausing to check in. Let everything go. Gently release your knees. Reach your arms overhead and stretch fingers to heels. Reach, reach, reach. Deep breath in. Relax everything. And then bring your left foot to the mat, knee up. Right leg across, knee out to the side for reclined pigeon. So maybe you've got the right hand on the right inner thigh. And this is your pigeon. Maybe you feel better reaching your right hand through the window and interlacing behind your left leg. That's your class, your choice, your body. If you want to, great. If you don't, don't. If it's nice to rock gently side to side or just move your head right and left, those are choices. Maybe so, maybe not. Just try to avoid having your head propped up with your chin tucked into your chest and straining your neck. Try to leave your head down, relax your neck and shoulders, maybe tuck a pillow or a couch cushion, one of the small throw pillow ones, not the big ones, under your head if you need support. When you're ready, release down. Without changing anything else, open your arms shoulder high. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to cross the right leg over the left and then twist. Knees to your left, head to the right. If you have that double wrap, feel free to go there. One more deep breath. Gently, slowly bring your knees back into center. Gently, slowly unwrap the right leg. If you can, push into your right foot as you bring left knee out to the side. And you can rest the left hand on the left inner thigh, or you can reach your left hand through the window and interlace behind the right leg. Whatever feels best to your body in this moment, do that. And breathe. In and out. Out and in. Shoulders are gently softened down your back, away from your ears. One more slow, deep breath. Begin to release your right foot to the mat. Open your arms out shoulder high, palms down, all 10 fingers spread. Cross that left leg over, single wrap or double wrap, so it's wrapped over once or twice. Inhale first. On your exhale, knees to your right, head to your left. And just breathe into the left side of your body. Fill your lungs up with oxygen. Surrender the carbon dioxide back out. Breathe into your belly, rib cage, and chest. And then feel your chest fall, the space between your ribs get closer together, and the navel pull towards the spine. Slowly bring your head into center, knees back up, unwrap. And one more time, stretch out. Fingers to toes, deep breath in, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, draw the right leg into your chest and squeeze. Take a deep breath in, draw the left leg in and squeeze, so we're hugging both legs in. If it's nice, you can tuck your chin to your chest and curl up. If it's not, keep your head down. If your head was up, lengthen your neck gently as you put your head back down. Bring your hands to your knees. Make your arms straighter. Take a deep breath in and slowly circle your knees. Up one hip, across the low back, and down the other hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more slow, deep breath. Get slower and slower and slower and slower as you go. Feel everything there is to feel in your hips and your low back in this moment. When your arms are straighter, take a deep breath in and gently, slowly reverse your circles. Go the other direction. Deep breath when your arms are straight. Get slower and slower and slower, really feeling the hips and low back as you breathe out and circle. Last one. Deep breath in and out. Release your feet to the mat, knees up. Turn your palms up. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Reach out through all 10 fingers. Lift your hands up an inch, and then let your arms get super heavy. Begin to heel toe your feet together, letting your knees drop open, finding reclined cobbler's pose. If you find this is super intense for your hips and knees and inner thighs, you could tuck pillows or blocks or cushions under your knees. Or another choice would be, instead of cobbler's pose with the feet together, you could try crossing your ankles and shins. And that way, one foot helps hold up the other leg a little bit. It offers some support, so it's not quite so much pressure in your hips. One more breath into your belly, rib cage, and chest. Sigh it out if that's nice. And then gently begin to reach your legs out one at a time from hip to heel. And then spread your toes, circle your ankles. If it's nice, let your feet rock in and out and then fall open. It's like a little calf massage before we surrender the weight of the legs. And then really let your legs become lead weights from your hips all the way down to your toes. Feel the space in your belly and low back. Soften. Surrender. Take a breath into your belly, rib cage, and chest, and as you let it go, sigh and let your shoulders become lead weights. Relax your arms from the tops of your shoulders all the way to the tips of your fingers. Feel your throat. Feel your belly and low back. Feel your jaw. Feel the space behind your forehead and between your eyebrows. Begin to allow yourself to become progressively more quiet and still. Gently and slowly begin to return your attention to the present moment. Allow your breathing to deepen. Let your fingers and toes begin to wiggle and move slowly and gently. If you want to stay here a moment longer, do. We're going to close class with a little reading. If you prefer to slowly stretch and move and find your way onto your side and rest there a little bit, you can stay for the reading on your side. You can come to seated. Or again, you can stay in Shavasana, choosing what is best for your body in this moment. If you're enjoying the peace and the stillness, stay there. So as I said, we're going to close with the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo. We are born singing. Song is not a luxury, but a necessary way of being in the world. Somehow we have been fooled into thinking that song is entertainment, something that we can do without, like dessert. But to give voice to what lives inside is what keeps all things possible. In truth, the minute we arrive, we are born singing, though this is often mistaken for crying. Yet without this deep reflex, the lungs won't work, and the lifelong exchange between inner and outer cannot begin. I remember my first day alone at home after my rib surgery. For the first time in months, everything was still. The morning light now filling the space where my rib used to be. Suddenly, finally, I began to weep, loudly. As pockets of fear and pain and exhaustion escaped, this release was a song. And what I hadn't realized was that once released, once the buildup of my journey was given a way out, life with its 1,000 energies and softness could come in. Such a simple secret. By letting things out, we also let things in. So if you're feeling cut off, if you're in pain, if you feel estranged or numb, sing. Give voice to anything. It needn't sound pretty. Simply, bravely, open, despite the difficulty, and let what is in come out, and let what is out come in. Sing, and your life will continue. Take a deep breath. Let it all go. If you're still in Shavasana, begin to deepen your breathing. Slowly and gently wiggle and move, stretch and bend. Take your time. Breathe. And when you're ready, find your way onto your side. Rest there. Still feeling your body breathing. In and out. Out and out. Eyes closed if you can. Begin to make your way up to seated with hands together in front of your heart. Take a deep breath. Let it all go. And begin to locate one pocket of pain or fear or exhaustion that is currently building inside of you. Breathe your way into that pocket. Inhale into the buildup. Exhale, letting go. Letting what's in there make its way out into the world. Inhale into the pocket. And as you exhale, let what is in there make its way out and into the world. Realize that your breath is the passageway that connects your inner buildup with the air of the world. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to you, peace to your loved ones, and peace to our beautiful earth. Inhale your hands out and up with gratitude and grace, receiving all that there is. And as you come home, ask for clarity in your mind, clarity in your speech, and clarity in your heart. The light within me bows before the light within each one of you. Namaste.